Today is 1st of July. A very warm welcome to Newspaper Analysis Town Hall. So dear friends, today we are going to discuss this article written by M.K. Narayanan, who is very important scholar on Indian foreign policy. So the article name is "In a Perilous World, India Must Read Tea Leaves Well." The meaning, it is an assessment of Indian foreign policy in present world order. So upon understanding this topic, you would be in position to attempt both of these questions. This is objective and this is subjective question. So please write in comment what is the correct answer of the objective question. Now let us move on to understanding this article. What are the roots of Indian foreign policy? From where we are getting these values? So these values are derived by our fight against colonialism during our independence struggle. So that is why we see that post-independence, India has adopted the policy of non-alignment. Even during the Cold War, India has not formally aligned itself with either US or USSR bloc. So India follows mostly non-alignment, equidistance policy, and on many important issues, India's position generally remains neutral, as we can see in Russia-Ukraine conflict, as we can see in Israel-Palestine conflict, as we can see in Israel-Iran conflict, because both parties have good relations with India. India is not able to have a concrete position. That is the argument of writer. So the question is India's foreign policy aligned or misaligned? Means, should we follow equidistance? Should we follow neutrality? Should we shy away from alliances in present world order? So this is the question. What India will get out of this? So let us try to analyze and decode this topic. According to the author M.K. Narayanan, the major challenge that India presently is facing, that India has two hostile nuclear armed neighbors, that is Pakistan and China. Therefore, there is two front war threat always. Now, in terms of warhead, these countries are at 5:1 advantage over India. Now we will understand how is it, because we studied earlier in our session this CPRI report. According to CPRI report, India has around 180 nuclear warheads. China has around 600 nuclear warheads. Plus Pakistan has around 170 warhead. So their warhead combined are multiple times more than India. Now let us try to understand what are the present challenges in global world order with respect to India. So first major challenge is China-Pakistan nexus. China has strategic alliance with Pakistan. Pakistan is importing military hardware from China. So what they have done, they have not just militarily collaborated, they have most likely integrated their military. So it presents a very important threat for India. Even during Operation Sindoor, there was no official condemnation from China. And Chinese social media as well as Chinese discourse was pro-Pakistan. Now, not only China-Pakistan nexus, there is another nexus that is developing, which is US-Pakistan alignment. During Operation Sindoor, President Trump has claimed mediation between India and Pakistan, and India is categorically clear that there was no mediation. So it tells that there is a rift between US and Indian position. And then what USA has did, USA hosted their Field Marshal Asim Munir, and President Trump had lunch with him. Now, if we see Israel-Iran conflict, Indian stand has been neutral, which according to present times, both countries expect a very clear position from India. The way nuclear threats, even during Operation Sindoor, we saw nuclear threats by Pakistan, right? Now in Israel-Iran conflict, there was bunker buster bombs were used on Fordo, Natanz, nuclear enrichment facilities. So there is a rise in use of nuclear world, and both countries are nuclear capable, which are India's neighbor, that is China and Pakistan. How India is missing? Because India is neither with USA completely. We are not in the military alliance with USA. India is not with Russia also completely. India is neither with Israel completely. India is nor with Iran completely. India is in neither bloc. So what M.K. Narayanan is trying to say, that it will lead to a position where India will not find friends in international politics. So that is the issue that India may face in the future. Now, according to M.K. Narayanan, what should be India's approach? Obviously, he is suggesting India to move beyond neutrality, because this passive equidistance is ineffective in present world order. The world order is going binary in many terms. We need strategic clarity in West Asia. West Asia means the conflict that is going on, Israel, Iran, Palestine. So we need strategic clarity about where we stand and with whom. And also in Indo-Pacific region. M.K. Narayanan is also suggesting India to prepare for two-front war, review defense readiness, the logistics, AI capability, because as you can see, AI is now also a very important tool in war. Drone warfare, as you can also understand, in Russia-Ukraine conflict, drone has become a very important weapon. Even during Operation Sindoor, drone has become a very important weapon. So anti-drone capability is also very, very important. And learn from Russia's Ukraine conflict. Decode China's strategy. China has come up with its new white paper on national security. So what 𝐻𝐾 is saying that it emphasizes on technology, supply chain, regional dominance. India should study it. And India should also think that China's alliance with Pakistan is very important for its South Asia strategy. So we need ways to counter this. So these are the 3 points that 𝐻𝐾 has made. Move beyond neutrality, two-front war preparation, decode China's strategy. According to authors like Ashley Tellis, India must move closer to USA militarily. So he suggests. Conclusion, preparation for hard power realities, not just soft power. We need smart power. That is hard plus soft. Now let us move to second topic. Can geographical indication tag prevent cultural misappropriation? So what is the genesis of this topic? Recently, a global brand, Prada, has come up with a design for slippers, which this design is inspired from Kolhapuri chappal, which already has a GI tag. So this is considered as a case of cultural misappropriation because Prada has not acknowledged that it has taken design from Kolhapuri chappals. It has neither given any benefit also, nor given any recognition. So we are going to understand what is geographical indication, what are the benefits of geographical indications, what are the limitations of geographical indications in this article. So one example of, before trying to understand what is geographical indication, let us try to go through with the examples so that you can understand it better. Darjeeling tea. Now, Darjeeling tea is telling you that this tea is coming from Darjeeling region. So Darjeeling has tea states. The tea grown here has unique flavor plus unique quality. Why? Because of the agroclimatic conditions in Darjeeling. So therefore, Darjeeling tea has a geographical indication tag. It means this tea is coming from this geographical region only. So geographical indication is a form of intellectual property. It means it identifies goods that come from specific geographical origin. And just because they are coming from a specific geographical origin, they possess some qualities and reputation and characteristics. Okay. Other examples, Madhubani painting. Madhubani painting from Bihar has GI tags. Chanderi sari, it has GI tag from its place of origin is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so there is one question, Kanchipuram silk. Please tell its place of origin in comments. Now let us try to read what are the benefits. Now GI serve as an important marketing tool. Obviously, now I know that Darjeeling tea has GI tag. Only people who are growing tea in Darjeeling, they will benefit from this brand globally. It will help them. It also drives rural demand. It boosts export. It enhances consumer confidence. How it enhances? That I know I am ordering Darjeeling tea. I know now it cannot be fake because under geographical indication, no other producers outside this area can use the name Darjeeling. It preserves cultural knowledge of local communities, farmers and indigenous groups. So these are the benefits of having GI tag. Now let us try to understand the evolution of GI protection in India and some cases. Now in 1995, TRIPS agreement was signed. What is TRIPS agreement? Trade related aspect of intellectual property right. Okay, it was signed in 1995. India is signatory to TRIPS. Now after that, India enacted Geographical Indication of Goods Act in 1999. India enacted the act in 1999, which came into force in 2003. So all in all, India became signatory in 1995 to this agreement, and accordingly, the act was enforced in 2003. After that, in 2004, India got its first GI tag as Darjeeling tea. Now there are some cases of how foreign countries try to appropriate India's indigenous knowledge and indigenous product. A case related to basmati rice. This company, Rictac, tried to obtain a patent. Then same was the case with turmeric. And then there was a case that antifungal property of neem was being patented by EU. So in all three cases, India protested, and then these patents were revoked. Now these GI rights, geographical indication rights, are public properties. They cannot be sold, transferred or licensed like trademark, because trademark are held by firms. GI tag are not held by firms. What are the limitations? Since this GI recognition is territorial, it means it is valid only in the country of the registration, right? So there is no global GI protection because there is no global treaty. What is the way forward? Now this is important for your examination. Expand traditional knowledge digital library. Why? So that we can document all such products and conserve and get them GI tag. Create a searchable global database so that these foreign firms can search for these products and give due recognition plus benefits to local people or local artisans. And then there is need for bilateral GI recognition treaties, which will help India to prevent such misappropriation. So these are some things. We have understood limitations, we have understood way forward. We have understood the evolution and what is geographical indication. So my question to you was, Kanchipuram silk has which geographic origin? Please tell in comments. Now let us move on to this article, which is basically telling about the tax on tobacco. And it is telling how before GST, government has progressively increased taxes on tobacco products, which led to public health benefit. Why? Because as the tax will increase, the buyers will have to give more money, so people will hesitate in buying. However, after implementation of GST, the tax rate has remained stagnant, and eventually it has become even lower than earlier. So this author is making case for increasing tax on tobacco product, including BD. Now BD is one of the most consumed tobacco product, and it is taxed very low. So that is why it is also available at low prices in market. So let us try to decode this. First of all, due to tobacco use, there are 3,500 deaths in India daily, which is leading to loss of $2,340 billion, which is equivalent to 1.4% of GDP 2017. So it is a huge economic as well as loss of life due to use of tobacco. Tobacco is harmful to health, whether you consume it in form of cigarette, in form of BDs, in form of any other way. Okay, so this is the first important topic. Now, stagnant tax hike. No significant increase in tobacco tax since implementation of GST. Even Parliamentary Standing Committee report 2022, it stresses that India has one of the most affordable tobacco products globally. Undertaxed BDs. So BDs even do not come under GST compensation cess. So it is exempted from it also. So therefore it is available at low price. BD is also consumed by many working class. So it impacts their health. Obviously, low tobacco taxes, it is even lower than WHO recommendation. WHO recommend that taxes can be up to 75% of their retail prices. Now let us see what can be the way forward. Raise GST rates. What is current GST rate? 28% to 40%. This is the maximum rate. Reintroduce some specific excise duties which government can for all tobacco forms including BD. And India is a signatory to this WHO protocol to eliminate illicit trade in tobacco products. Why government does not increase? Because government has an argument that if we increase tax, then illicit trade will increase. There will be illegal supply. So what author is saying that implement this WHO protocol to which India is already a signatory. Do not let this become an excuse for not increasing the taxes on tobacco products. Okay, so this was all in this article. It can be used as value addition in mains answer. These are some important data. This is Parliament Standing Committee data, and this data that you can remember and use. Now let us come to our next topic. Japan has launched a climate satellite. So it is important for your prelims examination. So first thing is GSAT-D-GW. So if this question come in prelims, that which country has launched GSAT-GW? If in your option there is China has launched a climate satellite, GSAT. So this option would be wrong because not China. Japan has launched this satellite. What is this satellite full form? Global Observing Satellite for Greenhouse Gases and Water Cycle. It is a third generation mission series. It will monitor greenhouse gases, sea surface temperature, precipitation. It will share data with other countries. There is this rocket that is used, H2A. So it is its last flight. After this, H3 series rockets shall be used by Japan. So this was all. This is brief topic about how you can use this information in prelims examination. Now let us come to our last topic. Now these are some updates given by Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Bhupendra Yadav ji, in Calcutta. So in terms of fauna animals, total addition is to 683. Out of these 683, 459 are new species that are found in India. 224 are species that were already known but reported first time in India. So this is one data that you can see. But more important data is that maximum new species are found in Kerala. Kerala is one of the biodiversity hotspot due to Western Ghats. Then Karnataka, then Tamil Nadu. Okay. In Kerala, 80 new species are found. If we talk about flora, then Kerala again is on first number. After that, Maharashtra and Uttarakhand. So again, Western Ghats here. It is also some region of Maharashtra is in biodiversity hotspot. So thank you everyone. There is one question that you can answer. How many biodiversity hotspots are present in India? Thank you for watching this. Let's meet tomorrow.